As you drive down a congested Pennsylvania Avenue in Wilmington, Delaware, you will come upon a stately gray stone church with large blue doors. The buildings and grounds of Westminister Presbyterian Church fill an entire city block and have been a city landmark for nearly 150 years. WPC, as it is affectionately referred to by members, is alive with ministry and community activity every day of the week, offering space to dozens of not-for-profits and touching the lives of thousands, of whom 1,400 are members. This is my turf. Come on in and check us out. I want to show you what makes Westminster Church such a rewarding place for me to work and serve as Director of Christian Education. First, you will notice that everything is tidy and attractive. We are not exactly neat freaks, but we stay well organized in order to see that everything on our calendar gets done with a minimum of fuss and a maximum of hospitality. In any given week, a family of 7 or a family of 1 will find multiple opportunities to connect with this church family. Meet the church's staff. What a remarkable crew of diverse talents and expertise. Our program staff consists of pastor, associate pastor, educator, music director, and director of youth music and handbells. We think of ourselves as a creative team working together to provide opportunities for worship, learning, and service that invite those without deep spiritual roots or church affiliation to grow spiritually along with our longtime members. It takes but a few minutes of mingling with members to pick up their sense of urgency to make a difference in the world. Locally, nationally, and internationally, Westminster folks are engaged in building relationships across cultural, doctrinal, and language barriers in order to walk beside neighbors near and far in their struggles to obtain basic necessities and human dignity. At Westminster, we are actually living into a new identity as a grassroots congregation. That means that although we have a traditional structure, it now supports ministries that are growing out of the particular passions of our members. We have also moved from an old attitude that believed worship was primarily for adults and Sunday school was strictly for children, to a new posture that affirms the necessity of worship and education for all ages. Used to be, folks in Wilmington considered us a wealthy and sometimes aloof congregation, but that reputation is changing. More and more, people are recognizing that Westminster is a friendly and entrepreneurial church eager to partner with individuals, community agencies, and other congregations to build a better society. Westminster is in many ways a progressive church. Our progressive identity is demonstrated in several ways. First, Westminster welcomes the full inclusion for membership and leadership of gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender individuals. Secondly, we are very intentional about the language we use in worship and study in order to avoid exclusively patriarchal or theistic descriptions for God. Thirdly, our membership is theologically diverse, and we cherish that diversity. We acknowledge that we are living in a time when many Christians are challenging orthodox doctrines, seeking new understandings of the Christian faith that emerge from scientific discoveries, cross-cultural experiences, and interfaith dialogues. Within this rich environment of intellectual curiosity and spiritual exploration, I serve as church educator. I think of myself as the resident advocate, enthusiastically insisting that Christian education, or I prefer to call it Christian formation, is a lifelong, community-driven, biblically grounded, and spiritually evolving work of the church. Yet, It is no longer work that can be contained within any classroom or institutional walls. Christian formation is a process that involves the whole person and the whole faith community. Westminster Church is a lively faith community that is eager to equip all seekers and sages for such a journey of faith. With the guidance of the same sacred spirit that was so strong in Jesus, we strive to create new spaces, new gestures, and new thinking to engage a postmodern world.